Every legend leaves a trace. Some linger in memory, others in things that were never meant to fall into human hands. In the Myths Belief Store, you'll find artifacts, talismans, and relics steeped in the darkness of ancient faiths. Enter if you dare to touch what is forgotten and terrifying. Link in the description. In Norse mythology, there are objects of immense power: Thor's hammer, Odin's spear, the ring Draupnir. But among modern legends, another artifact has emerged: the mysterious Mask of Loki. A relic said to transform any human into a creature of unrestrained chaos. Although the original sagas never mention it, this mask has captured the imagination of creators and fans around the world. Today, we explore where the legend came from and why it has become so closely tied to the Norse trickster. According to modern tales, the Mask of Loki was created in a way only the god of chaos could devise, through deception. Loki is said to have lured two dwarven master craftsmen, promising them fame greater than what they earned forging Mjolnir. He convinced them that Asgard needed a new artifact capable of controlling magical forces. The dwarves, unaware of his true intentions, forged the mask from a metal said to come from the very heart of Yggdrasil. They carved runes into its surface, believing they would protect the wearer from illusions. But Loki breathed something entirely different into the mask. He filled it with a fragment of his own wild essence, pure, unfiltered chaos. From that moment, the mask no longer offered protection. Instead, it unleashed the most primal and uncontrollable parts of the wearer. Anyone who put it on gained immense strength, boundless energy, and a reckless courage bordering on madness. At the same time, they lost reason, restraint, and the ability to think clearly. Legend says Loki cast the mask into the world of humans, perhaps for amusement, perhaps out of malice. Another version claims he handed it to a random warrior, promising him power greater than that of the gods. Whoever wore it became a living storm, destroying, fighting, raiding, their ferocity surpassing anything their companions had ever seen. Yet the mask never stayed with one person for long. When its owner descended into madness or met their end, the artifact moved on, found by someone new, repeating the same cycle of power, frenzy, and destruction. Some say that stories of berserkers, warriors who fought like the possessed, were inspired by such legends. And so the Mask of Loki was said to wander through the centuries, spreading chaos wherever it appeared. Although the Mask of Loki appears in no official myth, the idea of such an artifact perfectly reflects the nature of the Norse trickster. In the Eddas, Loki owns no mask, yet throughout the mythology, he constantly puts on metaphorical faces, changing his role depending on the situation. At times he is an ally of the gods, at others their greatest enemy. He can be a hero, a traitor, a jester, or a monster, often all within the same story. For this reason, many scholars interpret the mask not as a physical object, but as a symbol of Loki's nature. He never reveals his true face. He hides behind roles, illusions, and lies. The mask becomes a metaphor for his ability to manipulate, shapeshift, and walk the line between light and shadow. In this sense, the legend of the Mask of Loki does not contradict the mythology, it expands it. It gives physical form to what defines Loki most: his chaos, his unpredictability, and his talent for becoming anything he wishes. The mask gained its greatest fame thanks to the 1994 film The Mask, where it was portrayed as an artifact created by Loki. When worn, it granted the user superhuman energy, limitless creativity, and total loss of control. Although the film was a comedy, the concept of the mask perfectly captured the essence of the Norse trickster. Since then, the motif has appeared in games, comics, fan art, and online theories. In many depictions, the mask acts as a catalyst for chaos, amplifying the wearer's personality while unleashing their darkest instincts. In the Marvel Universe, Loki does not possess a mask, but his illusions and shape-shifting abilities inspire fans to imagine their own versions of the artifact. In internet culture, the mask has become a symbol of unpredictability, creativity, and rebellion against rules, just like Loki himself. Even though the Mask of Loki does not exist in the original myths, it has become one of the most recognizable artifacts associated with the Norse god of chaos. It shows how ancient beliefs continue to evolve when they enter modern imagination. Now, a few questions for you. Do you think Loki could have possessed a hidden artifact in the old myths? How would you imagine the real Mask of Loki? And would you dare to wear it if it truly existed? If you enjoy stories about myths and legends, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and drop a like. It helps us create more episodes about extraordinary beliefs from around the world.